I'm Katie, and on my channel, I show you how you can make people feel special, encourage people through food. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you 3 different warm, comforting drinks that you can make for somebody. All of these recipes serve 2 people, so you can make this and share it with somebody that you love. I think this would be great whether it's your spouse or a friend or a gal pal or your mom or your daughter, whatever it might be. I hope these recipes are helpful and I hope that you use them, but more importantly, I just hope that you sit down, talk with somebody, and just enjoy each other.
The first recipe will be a Gingersnap Latte. I start by taking molasses, ginger, ground cloves, cinnamon, and nutmeg and putting it together in a bowl. I then add some water and some vanilla. I then just whisk it all together until it's combined. I divide this between 2 mugs, just trying to be as even as possible. And now I'm on to the coffee part of the latte. Now I'm going to show you 2 ways to add coffee. One is using my AeroPress, and then one is using an espresso. You could use any strong coffee, so if you have a French press, you can use that. This AeroPress is really awesome. I got this for about $30, and I will link that below. And it's a way you can make espresso and brewed coffee. I'm not going to get into the details of how to use this because if you buy one, you'll use the directions there, and if you use a French press, you'll know how to use it. So whatever you choose to use, or really strongly brewed coffee. I made 1 cup using the AeroPress and then 1 using the Nespresso. If you have an espresso, these things are amazing. But the nice thing about the AeroPress is that you don't actually have to buy pods. You can just use ground espresso. And I've got my coffee situation under control. I then move on to the milk. This is my frother, and I froth my milk for my lattes usually using this. So if you have a frother, that's great. I'll link this one down below if you want to get this one. Really nice for the winter. You could also just heat milk over the stove and that would work great. So it's just frothing the milk up. You can see in my 2 cups the coffee looks slightly different because the foamy one is from the Nespresso, but they're both great. I'm then taking this frothed milk and I'm just topping off each of these lattes with the frothed milk. You can top it however you'd like. On this one, I added a stripe of cinnamon if you want it just to be really simple. Then I also showed taking whipped topping and adding that on, which obviously will make anything delicious. Add a sprinkle of cinnamon and then you're finished. You can find all the recipes down in the description box below. The second recipe is an orange cranberry spiced tea. This is a caffeine-free and sugar-free option. All I do is start by taking a pan over the stove. I add some water, and I'm also going to add in some orange slices, some dried cranberries, cinnamon sticks, and I'll add that all into the pot. You want to simmer this over the stove for about 20 minutes. You want to get everything nice and infused, but you don't really want it to boil with the cinnamon. Once it's simmered for that 20 minutes, I'm going to take this tea. I got some orange spice tea at Target, but you could really use any tea that complements these flavors. I think like a cinnamon tea would be awesome. So the stove is turned off now. I'm just adding the tea bags to the hot liquid, and I will let those steep for about 5 minutes. Once the 5 minutes are up, I'm just pulling out the tea bags, and then I'm taking the tea and pouring it into cups. You can kind of decide if you want the oranges and the cranberries in the tea, if you want more of this quote-unquote roughage, but there you have it. The third recipe of the day is a pumpkin maple chai. I start by adding milk to a pot. Use any kind of milk you like, cow's, almond, whatever, and add in some pumpkin. And I'm also going to add in some maple syrup. When you're choosing your maple syrup, make sure that you are using a high quality maple syrup. We don't need much of this, so you want to use a really good maple syrup, not like pancake syrup, but actual maple syrup. From there, you just want to whisk this up and pop it over the stove. We're heating this up. You want to be careful that you don't scald it, so just get it steamy, but don't let it boil at all. I then have these chai tea bags, and I'm just dropping them into my container, and then I've got some water that's already been boiled, and I'll pour that over my tea bags. You're really just following package directions here and brewing it just a touch stronger actually than the package suggests, but then letting it sit for the 5 minutes. When the 5 minutes are up, you want to kind of squeeze any of the liquid out, pull the tea bags out, and we're going to put this all together now. We've got the milk nice and steamy. We're going to add the tea in. And if the tea cooled off any, we're just going to heat it up with that. And then we're also going to add in some pumpkin pie spice to really notch up that pumpkin flavor there and really complement everything that's in there. And we're finished. All we're going to do is divide it between 2 cups. And there you have it, a really simple, delicious pumpkin maple chai.
I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, hit subscribe. I post a new video every Thursday showing you how you can bless people through food. And I would love to hear in the comments who you're gonna make one of these drinks for. The other thing I want to throw out there is that don't feel any shame in making these completely for yourself. I've been known to go through the Starbucks drive-thru and get the buy one, get one deal all to myself. So find a way to enjoy these drinks, whether it's with somebody or on your own. But I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next Thursday.